It's a new day. Time to get up and dance. Get the blood moving. Hey everybody! All my friends on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, get off your butts, start dancing. Let's rock it out. Hey, there's a very good reason for doing this actually. You have seen Brene Brown's her thing about wholehearted people and the characteristics of wholehearted people. One of the main characteristics of wholehearted happy people is they purposely engage in laughter and dance. So, you want to be wholehearted? Get up and rock it. What did she say was the enemy? Oops. Okay, woohoo! See, I was rocking it out so well, I totally forgot that my timer went off. Hey everybody, hey Isabel, hey Jameis. Woo, okay, today we have got an interesting topic. I want to talk about something that makes me mad. Now, it is a way that all of you guys get screwed all the time and you don't even know it. Now, at some point, you may kind of have a little inkling that you're getting screwed, but for the most part, you go through your days, day after day after day, no clue. And you really only recognize it if something big happens. And why does this make me mad? Because I'm part of the small group of people that finds it easier not to get screwed. So, why am I mad for everybody else? Because I grew up in a situation where I was part of a system that that screwed us over all the time through lack of knowledge. Hey, French. Hey, Caroline. And so it makes me angry when I see this happening to other people and they don't understand anything about it and they're purposely kept in the dark. This is what gets me. So, what am I talking about? It is the foundation for our entire system, the way everything operates, the way all transactions are done. It's the foundation for our entire system. And I don't care what country you live in, it's actually the same. And it is contracts, transactions. Something that is so basic, so fundamental that everything runs on it. I bet you don't know you're engaging in contracts all day, every day that you're totally unaware of, right? Every time, who here's gone to a parking garage? Every time you go inside a parking garage and you pull out that little ticket, have you ever read that ticket? That ticket is a contract. You've just engaged in a contract, right? And on that contract, they're gonna have some really interesting things. They're gonna say things like, we're not responsible if someone breaks into your car and steals all your stuff. Right? Now, you might think that they could be responsible for that because they got all the cameras up and they got security and you're paying money to show up and put your car there so that it will be safe. But they can say, sorry, we're not responsible. Okay? You're also engaging in a contract because you have to pay them. If you try to get your car out of that garage without paying them, just watch and see what happens, right? So, but these things happen all the time without you being aware of it. Every time you use an app or you use a website or you download something or you go live on YouTube, You're constantly engaging in contracts all the time. Well, why am I mad about these contracts? Because we've created an entire system where people are vulnerable. Because all of the things that you guys, because you haven't been taught, like you would think that the most fundamental part of our whole system, that this would be taught in school. It should be taught in grade school, right? You'd think that the elements of a contract, what is a good contract, what is a fair contract, typical terms of contract, that the entire society runs on and that you engage in and participate in every single day. Hey, Callie. Hey, Luis. Hey, Joao, Daniel. These are things you guys engage in every day, and you're totally unaware of it, and you're kept in the dark on purpose. That's the only thing I can think of. Why? Because they create this elite, tiny group of people that's very hard to get into called lawyers. All right? Now, I know I'm a lawyer. I went to one of the best law schools. And when I first took my first contracts class, I was like, holy crap. What on earth is going on? How come all of these people, like, how am I living my life in society and I don't know this stuff? It's like, it's fundamental to everything I do every day, just walking outside my door, just turning on my phone, I'm engaging in a contract. And I don't know it. And I don't know how they work. Like, how screwed am I not knowing that? Hey, Miller. Hey, Callie. So, yeah, like, why are they not teaching it to everybody? Why are they not simplifying it and teaching it to kids in class? I could teach it to a kid in maybe 15 minutes. I could teach them the basics. So, it's for a reason, right? It's for a reason. And this is what I've figured out. Lawyers, companies, all these people, they make it complicated. They make it difficult on purpose because they don't really want you to understand what's going on. They don't really want you to understand the rights you're giving up or what you're agreeing to. If you ever clicked, you know when you download an app and you click on that thing, or you download some software and you click on the link, right? And you just scroll through the whole thing and it says accept, but then there's always another link that has more words, right? And all this tiny, tiny little print. Have you ever tried to read through that stuff? I'll bet you haven't, but if you ever have tried to read through it, you'll discover that it's probably almost incomprehensible if you haven't gone to years of law school. Why? They don't want you to understand what they're doing to you. They don't want you to understand what they're doing to your data. They don't want you to understand that they can take all your information, right? It's crazy. Like, why do we want to be in a society that does that to us? For me, my vision is, let's have a society where we simplify these things. We should simplify contracts. People shouldn't be entering into stuff. Hey, Mike. Hi. Without actually having a clear idea of what they're agreeing to. That's the whole basis of contracts. You enter into an agreement, you know what you're agreeing to. And they've purposely made it so that you don't know. So that it's too much work and it's too difficult and it's too complicated for you to figure it out. So that's the thing I'm mad about today, because, it's like people are getting screwed. You're getting screwed all the time. They're taking your data, they're taking your information, they are utilizing it and making a lot of money off of it without really giving you much say or voice in it, right? And there's been a push against this, like in Europe and places like this with GDPR. And America, tiny, tiny, tiny bit, but not really. Why? Because the big corporations want to be able to keep using you and using your data without your knowledge. All right? So that's the thing I'm mad about. But so what did I do? I went the opposite direction, okay? Because I don't like it when people are getting screwed over. And so I created a really simple course where I basically made these short little videos for entrepreneurs. And I was like, this is how you understand contracts in 45 minutes. This is how you understand like all these weird terms that you normally see in contracts. Like, why aren't we being taught this, right? And how you use contracts to help you. So I created this little short video course for a lot of my friends who are starting their own online businesses and stuff like that. Hey, Impeccable. Hey, Stefan. Hi, Maria. And because I was like, let me demystify this. I don't want people to be getting screwed over. Let me make it as simple as I can, as complicated as it is, right? Because they made it complicated on purpose. I tried to make it as simple as I could. But what would I love to see? I would love to see a system where that is insisted on, where we really are, where lawyers are forced to make it simple, where we're forced to, and where we have a set, perhaps like a set kind of terms, which everybody knows and understands and agrees on and says, okay, well, this is kind of reasonable and we know what these are and everyone's familiar with them. And if you want to go outside of that boundary, you have to really make it very, very clear. And you have to tell people, hey, this is outside the boundaries of the norms that we typically agree are fair and, you know, that people understand. We want to ask for these more things, etc. Right? And keeping the language simple so that everybody can understand. This should be taught in schools. It should be taught in grade school. It should be taught in high school. There should be the foundation of our entire society, and most of the population is not taught it. Only a tiny, tiny group of people who get to use that knowledge to take advantage of others. That's not right. So that's what I'm mad about today. And I hope that you will take the time to look into it. Reach out if you want me to either share with you and tell you about my course, or maybe I'll make some videos on this that will teach you the basics so that you can educate and arm yourself and at least know what's going on. All right, that's my rant for today. I hope you have an amazing, beautiful day. Hey, Francesca. Hey, everybody. So if you missed the beginning of the video, go back and watch it. It will be posted. But yeah, I want to see people able to really care for themselves and not get screwed over. That would be my goal and wish, not just for this new year, but for this coming age, that we join each other in supporting that. So, you guys have a beautiful day.